ducking like the camera.
Awesome. Just in the nick of time.
I thought I could move faster and bend down, but then I realized the cameras are mounted on the wall, so.
Bend it like Beckham.
I did not bend it like Beckham that time. I totally major failed that time.
Welcome, Sonnies, to the afternoon show. And Mel just gave us the afternoon delight
Yeah, I
you were
did.
missing in your day. I got my co-host here. We got Mel and Addie in studio, and we've got a jam-packed show. Excited to get into it today. Breaking news, passing death.
A good friend of mine, personal friend of mine, Giorgio Armani, died today.
Giorgio Armani. Silent.
He was just
Yeah.
at my house 2 weeks ago for pasta dinner.
God's sakes,
No, he
amazing
wasn't,
man. Honestly,
but-
iconic man. That's just sad to hear, but hopefully he went in peace.
With
and
his
no pain.
fam.
So, yeah. Moving through the afternoon delight, we welcome the Armani family to this program today. We have Pop Culture Thunderdome quiz. We've got streaming scandals and screen queens. Woo, that was hard to do.
A lot of S's today.
Very, very challenging. Of course, we've got a meme it or leave it. Did I send that to you? I don't know if I did send you one today.
You may have, and I may not even have looked.
Just hold up your computer like I did yesterday.
Well, that'll be a surprise. We'll check. We will check. I have plenty of time to check. We also have Addie's Reddit Rundown Report. That's the heart of the show. That's what we want to know today. What's the subreddit going to be? And of course, we get into Is This News? We definitely have that one jam-packed. I'm very excited to get into that one. And we have Smash, Marry, Ghost. All right.
Here we go, friends.
Mel, let me get my little answer sheet here.
Look, Addie, our initials M&A make Ma.
That's true. How cute is that?
Oh, friends.
I love it. Mel,
So I
how's-
don't see any.
Okay.
Well, you know what I'm talking
No
about. so.
problem. So we will have room to pivot. So let's get into this pop culture Thunderdome quiz. Let's see this first question. Which Netflix series sparked a frenzy in 2020, leading to memes about a sardine oil loving rival? Is it A, Love is Blind, B, Tiger King, C, Too Hot to Handle, or D, Selling Sunset?
Is it Tiger King? I don't know.
Is that your answer?
Sure.
They loved sardine oil loving rival.
I don't know this answer. I'm
This
just
is
going to say Tiger King.
hard.
Because that's all I really watched during COVID was the Tiger King.
Yeah.
Joe Exotic! He was married again in jail.
Actually, he kicked off that time that the pandemic. He did. It was like the first.
I'm gonna guess C.
Okay.
Too hot to handle.
C. All right. Oh wow, we don't have the button today. I'll have to do it. I'll have to do it naturally.
You have to do it in
We're
real
so
life.
prepared on this show today. We love you guys. All right. Which actor famously left Grey's Anatomy after a dramatic behind-the-scenes feud and later starred in Killing Eve? Was it A, Katherine Heigl, B, Sandra Oh, or C, Isaiah Washington, or D, Patrick Dempsey?
I'm going to say A? I don't know. I didn't ever watch Grey's Anatomy.
I'm gonna go with B.
Ooh, Sandra Oh. Next up, in HBO's Euphoria, Zendaya's character Rue struggles in which central issue? Was it gambling addiction, drug addiction, eating disorder, or double life as a pop star?
I've never seen this
B.
show.
Oh, why haven't you?
I've never- but I'm going to say B.
Do yourself a
I feel
favor,
like B
child.
makes
It's
sense.
a
I
good
love
show.
Zendaya.
What are you doing?
It's a good
hon?
show.
You need to check into that because that was years ago.
Oh, I need to watch
God,
that.
all right. Which Disney Plus series revealed Baby Yoda, aka Grogu, apparently, and instantly took over the internet? Was it A, Andor, B, Obi-Wan Kenobi, C, The Mandalorian, or D, Ashoka?
The Mandalorian.
I'm going
C.
to copy Addie.
Okay. Next up, which show became Netflix's most watched show of all time within a month of the release in 2021? Was it A, Squid Game? Was it B, Bridgerton? Or was it C, Stranger Things Season 4? Or D, Money Heist?
Oh, those are all good choices.
I want to say Squid Game.
I want to say that too, but I kind of feel like was it season 4 of Stranger Things?
I know it could have been.
Do we go? Will you guess one? I
Season
guess the
4.
other.
But also, like, I don't know when Stranger Things came out. Was season 4 even in 2021?
You want me to Google it real quick?
No.
No,
That's
that's cheating.
I'm gonna just guess Squid Game. You can
Okay.
you can
All right.
decide whatever you
I'll
want to
say
guess.
Stranger Things.
Okay.
Oh gosh, you don't have to do that.
Next up, true or false? The Kardashians' new show moved from E to Hulu in 2022. True or false?
True.
Oh, true, yeah.
Next up, Millie Bobby Brown was only 13 years old when Stranger Things first premiered.
True, I think.
True. Now she lives in Georgia and runs an animal rescue.
Good for
Wanna Come
her.
on the
That's
show.
Hollywood.
Come on the show. We can help the animal rescue. Come on the show. We'll connect them with Capybara, which we'll see the commercial soon.
And tail wires.
That's wonderful. Maybe we can make a connection there, Mel. Look at you, not just a hat rack.
See? I know random things.
Inane facts, we call them around here. The Queen's Gambit inspired a surge in chessboard sales worldwide. True or false?
True.
Okay, true.
Friends originally aired on HBO before moving to NBC. True.
False.
I have to think that's false.
And finally, the Duffer Brothers, creator of the Stranger Things, almost made a live auction Goosebumps series.
Live action.
Excuse me, live.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Live action, my apologies. Almost made a live action Goosebumps series before Netflix picked up their show.
I'm going to say true. I don't know the answer to the question.
And what are you saying, Hattie?
I'm gonna say false.
Perfect. Your glow and tell question, if you could reboot one show, what would you reboot?
Oh.
That's hard.
A show that got canceled and you want to bring it back.
Maybe Gem and the Holograms or Punky Brewster.
Cool. Cool answers with the Gem and the Holograms. I am kind of here for that.
Do you want to be the Misfits?
Clash all the way.
What about you, Addie?
I don't know. I really feel like I could watch more Schitt's Creek.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Claps on that. Yes.
I really love that show, but there's so many, like,
I
so
know.
many come to
Models
mind.
Inc. That was
Oh my God, Melrose Place.
And it was only one season, and I absolutely love
I love
Models
that
Inc.
show,
Linda
too.
Gray all the way.
You gotta watch
honey.
it, Addie.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
think
know
you can
what that
find
is.
it anymore. Sorry, honey. I don't think you can see
Maybe
it.
she could buy on eBay. The
She's
box.
like-
Oh, I got it. Absolutely fabulous.
Oh, that's
Ab
a
Fab.
great one. I love Ab Fab.
Okay.
All right,
That's what we're gonna be for Halloween.
let's get into the answer here. Wow, the first answer, Melanie, you are correct. Addie, you are wrong.
Okay.
It is Tiger
Okay.
King was the answer. Next up, the answer.
You know, I thought maybe like sardine oil was used for something secretly that hot people did. You know, like maybe they all put it on their face.
True.
That's why I guess
Like
too
snail?
hot to handle.
Like
Right.
snail stuff. People are using the snails on their
Like
face.
tallow.
Oh,
People put
yeah, yeah,
tallow
yeah.
on their
I'm
face.
not putting snail juice on my face.
Well, it could be
Well, if
something.
it can get rid of this pimple, I would.
I mean, the collagen alone.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next up, the answer is, Melanie, you are correct. A. Addie, you are wrong.
Right.
Sandra, oh no. Next up, question 3. The answer is B. Drug addiction. Correct with both of you.
Okay.
Melanie copied for the win.
Yeah, and I copied Addie on number 4 too.
Number 4 is correct. Absolutely.
Addie.
Absolutely.
I was nervous.
Next up, the answer is Melanie. You are wrong. Addie, correct. It
Squid
is
Game.
the Squid Game.
I got oddly
See,
obsessed with that show.
I knew that you probably. I was worried about you switching your answer because I felt like, you know,
Yeah,
I was feeling it with the
But
Squid
either
Game.
way, if we switch and one of us wins, we both win.
I was in
Right.
college when Squid Games came out, and I
Mm-hmm.
remember how popular it was because every class was talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had somehow they were always tying it the
Jim
lesson
and I
back
were
into Squid
obsessed
Games.
with that show.
It's
so
the first season
creepy.
is so good.
Yeah.
Second, and I think there's a third now.
The
It's
third
not-
is-
I had to
It's
stop
terrible.
watching you guys. It creeped me out too much. I literally
It was very brutal.
got
Red
to
light.
like 2 episodes.
Green light.
It was very brutal. Very brutal. But
Scary.
it kind of gave you that like, what would you do in that moment? You know.
The worst game they played, in my opinion, was in season 1 where they were on that bridge that was really high up. Do you remember that scene?
I do. Crazy. All right, let's get in these true or false answers. Your first one, you both are correct. The Kardashians moved to Hulu. Correct. So that's true. Second one is also true. Great job. Millie Bobby Brown was 13. Very, very nice. Third one is the Queen's Gambit. Addie, you are correct. Melanie, you are correct too. That is true for the chessboard sales. Friends did not. You both are correct with the false answer there. And the final answer is true. Melanie for the win takes it today. Bright stealing the crown from Addie. Congratulations. That's not the look of a winner. The camera is on. Show the face.
I missed one. I won a quiz?
Oh my Lord.
Keep checking your messages. I mean, that's wonderful.
My sister sent me an important message, but I got the back half, and I'm like, what is she talking about?
Well, let's get over to Capybara.
That's
Thanks.
where I'm going for my win. I'm going to walk there. It's right down the street.
I love it.
Looking for your wild side with a gentle twist, Sonnies? Say hello to the Capybara Cafe, Florida's most unforgettable animal experience. Get up close and personal with capybaras, reptiles, and the cutest exotic creatures around, all while learning, laughing, and making a real impact. Every visit supports animal shelters, provides sustainability, and delivers educational magic for the whole fam. So don't just scroll, scurry over to thecapybaracafe.com and book your encounter now. The Capybara Cafe, where curiosity lives and your wild heart gets to roam.
All right, we are coming back, and we are getting into celebrity tea today. I'm excited. We've got Along Came Jen. Bethany Frankel reveals that she dated Jennifer Aniston's boyfriend, Jim Curtis. This is interesting. You know, Bethany Frankel really gets in there. I have to pivot to you, Mel, first, because who is Bethany?
I love Bethany Frankel.
Okay, talk about her a
So
little bit.
Bethany Frankel was on the original cast of Real Housewives of New York. When she started the show, she had, I think she said $700 in her bank account.
Yeah.
So she wasn't rich. She wasn't like this big socialite. Then through the show, you see her life like she had a boyfriend or whatever.
How did she get on the show? How would she be on Housewives? Don't you have to be like?
She was friends of someone. But she
maybe
also
Angie
started.
Cohen, which they're no longer friends.
No, she started a line called Skinny Girl, like Skinny Girl products. She has a dressing.
Oh,
a
I love the
drink.
Skinny Girl
Yeah,
product.
That's her, yeah.
That's Bethany Frankel. That's how she started. Now, flash forward, like she ended up leaving the series because she started exposing secrets of when you're a housewife.
Yeah.
But now she does, I follow her Instagram page, you should follow it. She does all these reviews, she does real talk. She actually walked in Swimsuit Illustrated Swimsuit Week down in Miami. Like she's got a daughter now, her daughter is now in high school.
So
I think.
basically she's an entrepreneur. Pretty cool,
Yeah,
right?
she's awesome.
So Bethany just spilled some juicy tea on her podcast. Turns out she dated Jim Curtis, which is Jennifer Aniston's new boyfriend, about 10 years ago. The same Jim Curtis, I just said that, is Jennifer Aniston's new man. Bethany calls him kind, handsome, earthy, and saying it's a great match for Jen's mellow side. She admitted they didn't click back then, but she wasn't trying to vibe through it with his wellness guru stuff back then, you know, because he's a little hippy dippy sippy, right? But yeah, she's generally rooting for Jen, and she'd said that she's bet on this relationship. That's kind of, that's an interesting take for her, though,
Yeah,
right?
but I will say, like, Bethany, one thing I will say, she is snarky and all that, but she's usually very honest. Like, she did a whole thing with Chanel. There was a whole...
She like
they were rude
exposed,
to her.
right?
Yeah, she walked in and she was not in, like, fancy clothes, and they kicked her out of the store. They were rude to her.
What's the point of revealing that right now?
I think
She just talks about things.
I think it's relevancy. I think that she's still trying to stay relevant because she does have followers that really do religiously follow her. Like she did this whole like Marshall's investigation on how they're ripping people off, and I thought that was a very interesting take on how department stores are run. So there are some valid points of what she does. This one here, commenting on the relationship, is just kind of her probably clickbaiting, which is what a lot of people do nowadays.
In Real Housewives news, the Grande Dame herself just got out of federal prison.
Oh, what
From Real
happened?
Housewives
She
of
finally got
Potomac.
out, right?
She just got out. Miss Karen is her name. She's from Real Housewives of Potomac. She just got released. They just showed her getting released. And
What was
she's
she in
leaving.
for?
Embezzlement.
I think embezzlement, but she also got a DUI of some sort.
Oh my
too.
goodness, I'm thinking Jen.
You're Jen Shaw. She's supposed to get
You're right.
released in
It was
2026.
DUI. I apologize about that. It was
Jen Shaw is
DUI.
about to get released in 2026.
And if I believe it was a very messy DUI, because I remember
Yeah.
there was actual footage of her like being all sloppy about it. So yeah, interesting on that.
They get in trouble too.
I'm surprised that she did get out this fast though,
Yep.
because of such an egregious charge. Because
She's known by the nickname of the Grande Dame of the Potomac and has built businesses around her fame, La Dame.
yeah.
She has a successful wig collection. She was released from a 6-month prison sentence for a 2024 DUI crash, with the remaining year of her 2-year sentence suspended due to good behavior.
Well,
So she went
I
to
mean,
jail for
honestly,
a DUI. It
I
was
think
bad,
I think
though.
it probably scared the crap out of her, to be honest with
This
you.
was her
and so-
second one.
God's sakes.
But
poor
nobody
thing.
knows about the first one, but I like to dig when it
Yeah.
comes to Real Housewives drama.
So you did find it.
Yes, and my sister who lives in DC, when she goes to the Target near her house,
Mm-hmm.
guess what? Guess who her fiance has seen twice? Ashley Darby from Real Housewives of Potomac. She goes to Target, to their Target by their house.
Wow. Maybe she can get a selfie with a Sunny fan.
That's-
That'd be awesome.
Yes, true.
All right, friends. We are going to. Did you want to do panache at the top of the, or did you want it at the bottom? We'll do whichever you want to do.
Let's go to Panache.
Let's go to panache, and we'll get ready for that Reddit report.
Every guest, every time since 1987, Panache opened its doors to be a cut above the rest. Their mission at Panache is to care for their team, their guests, and community from scalp to soul and bring the joy to the world one service at a time. The Panache difference is their carefully chosen and highly trained staff there to exceed your expectations. The same goes for their elegant salon space, dedicated to guest comfort and devotion to innovation and artistry. They're focused on making your day and continually raising the bar by aligning with Aveda's mission. You gotta get Panache.com and get with it, boo.
I mean, I love a panache moment.
Me too.
I love a panache moment. They do so much in this community too. Shout out to Michelle. We got to get you in the studio too, boo. We love you so much. But we also love Addie's Reddit rundown report. Let's pivot over to
Yes,
the MC
Addie.
herself. Addie, what's going on in Reddit?
All right. This is going to be a good one. So just get ready.
I'm ready.
Today's story is from Am I the A-hole?
Yes.
Here's the
I'm
TLDR.
winning all day.
Update 2, am I the a-hole for degrading my mother-in-law whenever she starts her petty arguments with me? So,
Yikes.
This is going to be a really good
I'm
one.
going to smile and nod.
also this one made it into this other thing that gets tagged on Reddit that says, mother-in-law from hell. So you know how you guys have been making up some of these subreddits?
Yeah.
You're basically right. There is one called mother-in-law from
Addie,
hell.
I have to say your hair looks really good. I like the honey blonde color. She got it done yesterday.
It looks
Thank
great.
you.
You got it cut too, right?
Yeah.
I
And
like the
we're
layers.
working our way back to the blonde because I skipped my hair appointment so many weeks in a row that I can't upkeep.
Actually, we're in light. You're right, because we usually see you from the dark side of the theater. So this is, it looks good.
Thank you.
I love
Okay, here we go. So you know what? I'm just gonna start here even though you guys don't get the original post.
Okay.
Because it's a lot. After my original post, I did a lot of thinking. I reread what I wrote, sat with the comments, and learned that my mother-in-law is the problem and is also a husband problem. It's the fact that I've been left to deal with her on my own while the rest of the family either enables her or brushes it off just how she is. That's been the cycle for years, and I've been the designated punching bag because I don't come with the untouchable status of being a son. I'm the daughter-in-law, which means I'm somehow expected to absorb the blows in silence. Well, silence doesn't suit me, so I sat my husband down and had some of the most brutally honest conversations of our marriage. I told him very clearly that I was done playing referee between him and his mother. I laid out my ground rules. First, at the next family event, or any gathering, big or small, if his mom starts insulting me, he defends me in the moment, not later, not behind closed doors, not whispered apologies when we get home in the moment. If she's bold enough to try and humiliate me publicly, then he needs to be bold enough to shut her down publicly. Number 2, if he can't do that, then he needs to cut contact with her down to nearly nothing, because I will not keep showing up just to be treated like a punching bag while my husband stands by. 3, couples therapy is non-negotiable. I made it clear that I don't want a divorce, but if he says no to both the above options and to counseling, then we are done. End of story. Because I refuse to bring children into a marriage that isn't strong enough to withstand his mother's manipulations.
Smart girl.
We've already talked about starting a family once he passes his sergeant's exam and gets promoted, and I am not walking into motherhood with these cracks in our foundation. I need a partner, not someone who hides behind avoiding conflict. I didn't sugarcoat it. It was all or nothing. Either he steps up or I step out. At first, he just stared at me like I'd thrown cold water in his face. Then he sighed and admitted that he's been avoiding the issue because he hates conflict. But he also admitted something else, that he doesn't want to lose me. He said he doesn't want divorce to be ever on the table, and if that means drawing a line in the sand with his mom and brother and going to therapy, then that's what he'll do. He apologized genuinely for letting things go on for so long, and then right in front of me, he pulled out his phone and texted both his mother and his brother. He told them in plain words that they need to respect me, or else he will be going low to no contact. He said their treatment of me has been unacceptable, and that things will not continue to be the way that they've been. I swear I almost cried finally watching him do it. And then, because apparently she has the reflexes of a hawk, when her authority is challenged 20 minutes later, there was a knock at the door. It was his mother. She was crying, wailing, asking how her son could do this to her. She was throwing out every manipulative line in the book. I raised you. I gave you everything. How could you turn your back on me for her? My husband listened for about 30 seconds, face completely blank. Then, without a word, he shut the door in her face. Slammed it, actually.
Dang.
I don't know how long she stood there, but we didn't open it again. Safe to say, line has been drawn. My husband is in my corner now, and while it took way too long to get there, I'll take the win. We've been searching for a counselor for the past hour. At this moment, we took a break from searching, and I feel more confident knowing that we're working on this before kids enter the picture.
I think there's good promise there. I think there's good bones to that structure.
So, do you think that person, like, have you guys ever had to stand up to a mother-in-law?
Or like of some sort of authoritarian figure in a relationship. I mean, I'm just trying to think. Brian's mother now.
I pulled this because I know that Rachel has a lot to do, and I wondered if she could take a little bit of advice. This is hard, though. You had to.
I will tell you this. Okay, so
confronting the situation is important,
for
right?
instance, on my wedding day,
there's a way to do it. Yeah.
I'm up there, with my mom in the bride suite. My mother-in-law, soon to be, comes in, and she's like, I picked your sister-in-law for my oldest son. I said, oh, did you pick someone like me for Jim? She said, well, I'll learn to like you. We weren't even married yet. What I have chosen to do with the situation, okay? I have spoken to Jim about it, my husband about it. He understands my point of view, but at the end of the day, that's his mom. They have a very close bond, but also Jim, there were a lot of issues there where him and his mom didn't speak. So whatever, that has nothing to do with me. What I've chosen to do is when I see her, I'm respectful to her, but I realize she doesn't want to really hang out with me. She wants to hang out with Jim. She's, and that's fine. So I just really limit being around her. That's just for me, and because at the end of the day, my love for my husband is greater, and I just would never put him in a position to be like, you pick your mother or I. Like
that's how I feel. That's
just
a
me.
tough
I'm not gonna do
that is a tough position.
Because how would I feel?
Because really, it is
But
just
it's
putting
that
him.
toxic, though. I mean, she was really put in a corner on a lot of the.
Well,
she's really
what
made to feel
if-
inferior.
What if she just didn't let it get to her? Is that an option?
Just don't go around it. That's what I do.
It's a really hard thing to train yourself to do that, though. It's not as easy as.
I just feel bad for him because at some point, isn't he going to want to have a relationship with his mother?
Yes.
That's why, to be honest.
But I also feel like boundaries are sexy, and I also feel like he set some boundaries here. And if there is a way to communicate, and it's not the way that the mother-in-law is doing it, so he said, this is my boundary. Respect it. It has to be respected. She disrespected the boundary by knocking on, showing up at the door, being all emotional because she's still trying to win
But
the
I'm going
emotional
to put it
bet.
this way.
It is crazy that she showed up and tried to say all
Ask,
that.
don't
Well,
attack.
that's what mine lives in Georgia.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, if he never did that before, I think that boundary is a big shocker. If maybe the daughter-in-law, the wife, should have spoken up a long way before it got to this explosion point. Speak up if you're bothered by something.
Yeah.
Because then maybe it would have opened the door for him to have a softer conversation with his mother. But all of a sudden it's like kibosh. I just wouldn't put my husband in a position where it's like, no, you either pick your mother or I, you limit your contact. I'm not going to do that because I wouldn't do that for him.
I think the root of this is you have to separate love versus control. There are two different chapters in life. Obviously, a parent is going to have that control factor. That's always going to be. That's what they do. They're your first mentor in life. Well, for some people, using I statements, really listening to how you are talking to the family. I think that's the only way that this is going to grow.
Well, I have to say,
I just choose to step back.
Take accountability. Well, that's taking
I
accountability.
was dating this
That's my boundary.
boy one time, and he seemed really put together and really cool and responsible and everything, and it was a really easygoing, cool relationship. And then I met his mother, and then things started to click. All a lot of the things that I thought about him that were very put together were just that his mother is very involved in his life.
Puppeteer.
Like, oh, all this nice furniture and all the art and the perfect, like, suburban almost looking, like, it's not what a person at our age would really design their own home to look like. It was very much like, wow, you have this very nice condo with, like, this very nice. But anyways, after we dated for a couple months, it just became more and more clear, like, man, if I were to marry this person, like, there's a type of relationship that moms and sons have that
Yes.
I'm happy for them.
Oh my God,
But
it is.
I'm like, I'm like,
It's
listen,
weird.
I broke up with him over this point where I realized I'm not gonna have the conversation with you about your mom. Like, we're not there. I don't even want to get there. I was like, I'm just gonna X-nay myself from this situation. Like, I knew it would never be different than that. His mother would look at his payments and would be mad at him for taking me to dinner.
Wow.
Like, why did you spend $150? You know that you have a mortgage, and because it ended up being that she owns the home, she owns the things, she's in charge of the
There's
bills.
that control
Guys,
It's
factor.
very much like, oh, you're not a grown man.
Oh, I got a story for you. I dated this guy one time.
Okay.
Okay. And this was a long, long time ago. My mom probably remember this story. Well, his mother and him had this I started to realize after a while, very awkward relationship, right?
Like Oedipus complex.
Like, yes, weird. All of a sudden, I go to call his phone one day. She had his calls forwarded to her phone. Oh, yeah, and it got strange. She would show up to places we were at. If we were going to go to dinner, she would invite herself along. It's like, yeah, my mom's coming. It's normal.
Oh my, that is really
that
weird.
relationship lasted. I wouldn't even call it a relationship. I would call it it was like not even like 3 months. It was so creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never again.
Never again. But I want to, can I pivot back to my comment about setting boundaries?
Yeah.
When I say the word boundaries, what's the first thing that flashes into both of your heads? Like, is it like is that a boundary to you? Is it
No,
like
I think it's a protection barrier.
perfect. I see it as a bridge, not a wall, right?
Right.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say. or
Yeah, like in that book that I love, I'm blanking on its name, but it's by Glennon Doyle.
Got it.
Either way, she talks about how, yeah, you're on this island and you can build certain bridges
can put
to let
piranhas
certain
in the
people
water.
in, but some people don't have access to your island. You know,
that's
like if you
okay.
can't, I'm not going to build that bridge with you if you're not going to be someone safe on my island. You know what I mean?
And let's not.
This is
let's
like
not
one of
get
my favorite
confused.
books. I'll
Jim
find it.
stands up for me. I'm
Does
not
he?
saying he doesn't. He will speak up, but I just personally.
Untamed?
Yes, Untamed.
I just,
Untamed by Glennon
Fantastic book.
Doyle. Sorry.
Thank
But
you.
yeah,
Jim stands up
he
for
will
you.
stand up for me, but I would never say no. You can't have contact with you. That's just not me.
Right.
So, but I understand how she feels.
Yeah.
100%
I'm
get
curious
it.
if the mother-in-law is a competitive person, because I'm also hearing that too
She
here.
seems jealous.
She seems jealous, so she's
It's a
not
her son.
winning. You
And
know what
like,
I mean?
where's her? Is the dad in the picture? Is her husband? Does
I'm
she have a
noticing
man?
That wasn't in there in that picture. Where's her other side of balance?
Yeah. Does she have
Because some
a
people
man?
really do need a spouse in life. I do not, but some people do need that balance. So I think that they're definitely that's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they got to release that whole narrative of that's just how she is. That is definitely.
I hate when people
that's
say that.
toxic.
Oh, that's just how they are.
Yeah.
That's an excuse.
Right. I mean, Okay, so what do you think is the next steps here? I think they need to start small, right? I think the small conversations will be profound. I don't think he needs to cut her out of her life completely.
No, I think she went a little too like left field harshness.
Right, and that.
I think she should.
Can you teach an old dog new tricks?
No, not with the.
They don't want to change.
No,
So
they don't see any wrong with what they're doing.
Okay, so but how do you fix it? Because you said you just disassociate. You're just like, forget it. This is what it's
She
gonna be.
needs to figure out what's going to work for her. Like I said, for me, it's keeping it limited. You know, when they come to visit, I'm nice, but Jim will go and stay at the hotel with them or the Airbnbs. I don't. I drive up for the day. My mom watches the dogs, and I come home. For me, it's easier. I get to see them. Hello, la la la.
Yeah.
But they don't really want to spend time with me. They want to hang out with Jim. That's okay. So, but that's what works for me.
I think actions speak louder than words in this situation too. Compliment before criticizing,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, and I definitely think it's a good idea to take a break from that mother-in-law.
Just a second. And
You
I
can
think
take a pause.
breaks are so important.
Absolutely.
It doesn't mean it's an end of a chapter. It means we're writing a new one, and that's
But
going to take
I'm
a
gonna
second
go,
to release.
I'm going to go back to this. Why did she let it boil up to this point? Why the hell don't people speak up when they're first bothered by stuff?
I think because it was a mother-in-law, and I think that she
It's
was
that's
trying.
a tricky
She was
situation, yeah.
trying to merge into that family culture without being, she didn't want to be known as the bitch. She didn't. She
that's
wanted to be
true.
like, I'm the good wife of this. He's like a law enforcement or some
Yeah,
sort.
he's like a police
So like she
officer.
wanted to be a good wife and like really blend this family, but she kept being, like humiliated, which
Yeah.
I was disappointed to hear that. So yeah, my mother-in-law might have to clean that up a little bit. Sugar.
Any updates?
Yeah.
I'm trying to look because I thought that there were, because I thought that there was longer. Let me check.
Well, you check while we move into Is This News? So, order in the court of public perception, babes, because the gavel is glitter and the jury is glam. And the truth, well, she's fashionably late. That's why we need you, Sonnies, to the Sparkle Tribunal. Mixing breaking buzz of chaotic confessions and PR stunts decided as world events. We may have an update.
Well, the way it goes is, yeah, there's like this
They're
whole
divorced.
background.
Oh.
What?
The background. Do you want the background?
Breaking news, Sonnies. We are going to hold off on Is This News. I'm in this Reddit story.
Yeah,
Yes.
I want to know this girl. Let me tell us.
Sorry, honey.
So let me give the full background here because I don't want anyone to think I'm leaving out context. My husband and I have been married for a few years now, and while our marriage is strong, there's one persistent thorn in my side, and it's my mother-in-law. She has the uncanny ability to turn the smallest, most irrelevant thing into an argument, usually with me. It's never anything major and never anything serious. It's always little digs, complaints, or critiques dressed up as concerns. For example, she'll pick apart what I make for dinner. Why didn't you make something more filling? Question the way I fold laundry. That's not how it should be done. Or make
Get out of my
backhanded
house.
comments about us not having kids yet. Well, maybe when you finally give him children, you'll understand responsibility. I'm not exaggerating when I
bye.
say it's constant. Every family gathering has at least one petty argument sparked by her. Now, in the beginning, I tried to reason with her. I tried the whole be polite, brush it off, don't feed into it approach. That got me nowhere. Then I tried engaging with her directly, debating back. That was a disaster because you cannot win an argument with someone who thrives on being the victim. Every
Yes.
time I stood up for myself, I was suddenly the rude one or the disrespectful wife. So over time, I developed my own little strategy. When she starts her petty arguments, I agree with her in the most dismissive, over-the-top way possible. I cut her off with, yes, got it right, sure thing, yep, absolutely, you're right. I do it in a tone that makes it crystal clear I'm not actually listening to her or taking her seriously. I treat her like background noise. And honestly, it's been my saving grace. I get my piece, she gets her little spotlight, sort of, and no one has to deal with it or spiraling into a shouting match. The problem, it makes her feel like garbage, which frankly, I don't lose sleep over because she does the exact same thing in a different way. I call it disrespecting disrespect.
Yeah.
Now fast forward to last weekend. My husband's cousin got married, and of course the entire family was there. Everything was fine during the ceremony, and even the reception went pretty smoothly. But after the wedding, when people were heading home, my mother-in-law decided she wanted me to drive her. Here's the thing. My car is a 2-seater. My husband drives the family van, which seats 7. Everyone knows this. It is not news. She tried to make a scene about how I should be the one to drive her instead of my husband, even though she knew it wasn't logistically possible. So she starts her little speech about how younger couples should respect elders, and it's not about convenience, it's about courtesy. I could feel it escalating into rather one of those arguments, so I spilled into my usual defense mode. Yes, got it, sure, yep, absolutely. I didn't even let her finish half of her sentences. I just drowned her out with the faux agreeing and nodding. Apparently, my brother-in-law overheard this exchange. He immediately pulled me aside and cussed me out. He told me that I was being cruel and I was disrespecting his mother, and that I should learn how to shut my mouth if I can't be polite.
Wait, the husband said that to
No,
her?
brother-in-law.
The brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law was sticking up for the mother. That's the
I'll slap his mouth.
Okay.
I just stood there stunned because I was thinking, where was this energy every other time that the mom tore into me for my job as a nail tech or household rules or my lack of children? Funny how it's always me in the wrong when I refuse to sit there and take her nonsense. So he drove his mom home, blah, blah. But earlier, around 7, my husband and I had a talk, and now my husband does know how his mom is. He doesn't excuse her behavior. But here's the kicker. He thinks very highly of his older brother. In his mind, his brother has always been the voice of reason and the one who can see things clearly. So when his brother told him that I was being loud and disrespectful, my husband, without directly calling me an asshole, asked me if maybe I could try not to do my agree thing so loudly in the future. He said he understands why I do it, but maybe I could tone it down, especially at family events.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. I don't blame her now.
Yeah.
There's no way around that. I am not coming around you people.
Well-
I'm not talking to you people. The line is now in the sand. That's that.
Yeah, we needed that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's.
That's how I feel.
Well, but okay. So where
Yeah.
do you go from here?
You just go line in the sand.
You just really, like you said.
You go hang out with your family.
This person
I'm
said,
done.
not the a-hole, tell your husband this. His mother is no longer allowed inside of your home for any reason, and you will not be attending any family gatherings on his side ever again. He wants you to keep the peace, then mommy dearest stays out of your face. Also tell him you do not wish to hear anything about his mother or his family or what they talk about.
Well, I would just
Honestly, valid comment.
I would. You know what? I would.
and
say
obviously we know that later she goes and does that,
Well,
'cause
now,
we did
now
this
here in
backwards.
background, I'd be like, you enjoy your family. I don't want anything to do with them. They're not coming to the house. Have a great day. I'm gonna go get a snack.
You got to draw the line in the sand when
Gotta
someone's
go-
That's what I
acting
said.
that
I
way.
said,
Always got to have a
line in
snack
the
ready
sand.
for these moments.
Oh,
I can
my
be like-
God. She's got to accept the consequences. That
This
mother-in-law.
story is so uncannily close to one that I read that Rachel sent me directly from
Yes.
her words.
Interesting.
Like, did you? And it sounded a little British. Let me know.
Okay.
Let me
This
know,
could be-
Rachel.
This could be a little cup of tea that Rachel
Rach.
has sent us over.
Where are you
Through-
at?
Over
I'm
the
like,
wire.
did you post this on the Reddits?
Through the wire.
But anyways,
Oh my God.
She's a good storyteller, that Rachel. All right, well, that's
Back to
interesting. Okay, so we already did the intro. Is this news? They already
Yeah.
know it's coming up.
Oh.
That Reddit report was, that was a good one. I like that
Oh,
one.
you know, everybody in comments is like, oh my God, I know a story like that. Oh my God, da 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 da. That's a good one.
All right, Sonnies, we have to check if this is newsworthy or not. We'll get through 2 of these today. This one starts like a scary Greyhound ghost story. Picture it. Picture this. A man stranded at a bus station in Pittsburgh. No luggage, no cash, no English. Oh, and he's deaf. People call him unruly. Boo, that's the only thing unruly was how the city left him stuck with nowhere to go.
Oh my God.
Sounds like the setup of a horror film, right? Well, hold on, because there comes a plot twist. Officer Stephen Harris didn't reach for his handcuffs. He reached for his wallet. And with one swipe of his card, $113 later, he bought this man a train ticket to get him safely to New York and eventually back home to Montreal. That, Sonnies, is a plot twist on a kindness level that I just love that. I love that when
Yes.
people step up because the man couldn't communicate. He was deaf and he was trying
was
to
getting
sign.
frustrated.
There's a lot of people that don't know what that means, and therefore there was an officer who was trained in this,
Yep.
knew to help and get them home. I hope he got reimbursed. That's
The
amazing.
officer Harris worked as a translator to
Oh.
figure out this man's situation. He worked with the translator.
Yeah.
So he found somebody who could help him. So he didn't stop when the problem was solved. This is the really, truly cool part. He personally made sure the man had a way forward. His words, we're supposed to be good men helping other good men.
I like that.
I like
and
this.
I'm really proud to tell you, too, is our St. Augustine Police Department has a similar program to this. They pioneered this in town so that they will help people that are displaced get back to home where they
love
where they
this.
want to, where they're trying to, that's where their travels are trying to take them. Like there was a man that was displaced from, and he was here in St. Augustine for whatever reason of his story. He was originally from San Diego. And they got him back home, and now he is a working mechanic, and his life is back. It's
yes.
like, those are the moments where you step up and you help. So you don't realize how you can shift the paradigm of somebody's life
Absolutely.
just with a little kindness. And that's why I love this story. I think this is news for me.
yeah, this is a really good
I
story.
think that's news.
Yeah.
I think anything that shows like a glimmer of good people still in this world, because our world is like completely flipped upside down and chaotic right
And-
now.
Yeah.
I
And I
think
think
these
people
are-
get confused by what sometimes their duty is when they're on these certain lines and doing these services for the community. And this is a reminder that this is part of it. Just being, you're there to help,
Help.
right? Like
Yeah.
making things better.
Right.
Concur. News.
Well, I got a little storm cloud. I'm going to roll into the sunny studio right now. We've got a high-end hustle, a low-end honesty here for our last Is This News story. All right, Sonnies, let's talk about Jacksonville's little luxury car soap opera going on. Imagine walking into a sleek dealership, polished floors, shiny cars, salesman flashing that $1 million smile, and you think, yes, today is the day I upgrade my life. And you hand over the check, maybe 6 figures or 2. I don't know what kind of car you're buying.
Maybe you got it from Tito.
Oh, it was a McLaren.
In the back.
Instead of that sweet new ride you actually bought was just a disappointment. The so-called dealership was running a fraud
read
scheme
this.
so bold it makes your average pyramid scheme look like child's play. We're talking about deals on Corvettes, Porsches, and even a Rolls-Royce loan that never materialized. Nearly $1 million taken from customers who thought that they were buying horsepower. Instead, they got hustled. And here's the kicker. While the business was already circling the drain of bankruptcy, these guys were still cashing checks, pretending that everything was just fine. Of course, buy it now, 2 for $50. It's like selling first-class tickets on a Titanic after the iceberg, right?
Oh my God.
Not shady, just straight up insulting.
The owner, 48 years old, and his 28-year-old salesman are both
Hustler.
facing charges for organized fraud and dealing in stolen property.
Was this like an online thing?
No, it was a car dealership in Jacksonville.
So yeah, you would apply for it to get these loans of these cars that they were going to import in for you, and then they just never showed up.
Victims lost hundreds and even thousands, but guess what? No legal titles ever
That's
transferred.
crazy. That's just.
So they're out the money.
Yeah. By the time buyers went looking for answers, the dealership had
Yep.
shut down.
But can't they like sue or something?
No.
I mean, what civil charges? But who's going to pay for that?
And they can't afford the civil charges now. They spend all the money trying to get a car.
I don't know. Yeah, there's got to
no.
be get 7 on your side or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something.
How about the lemon law? That's actually a law. Did you guys know that?
Yes, I've utilized that
Lemon
law before.
When you buy a used car. When you buy a used car and it like dies on you within a certain time frame, you can actually utilize the lemon law and you're protected and you can get all your money back.
Oh, wow.
Which is really helpful if you're at a dealership buying a used vehicle because they know of the lemon law and they're the like if you're at a good dealership, like if you go to Honda, right? Like not one like
something
that.
Or
reputable, yeah.
Beaver.
Right.
Or Bozard, absolutely.
Right. And they'll help you and you know that they're going to sell you a car that's probably not going to.
Absolutely, because they have
Shut off
an
on you.
More
outstanding
like these little
reputation.
buy here, pay here laws.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen some sleazy like infomercial like men in Jacksonville history on broadcasting, right? It was like, you know, hey, I got just the car for you. Come on
Always
down.
Jacksonville.
It's always something, right? There's a hustle there. but-
Addie, I think there's a dealership in Jacksonville that I think could use your help with their commercials.
There's a lot of
They have
dealerships
these
that could use
two,
their help.
like, I think they're Tigers, but they're supposed to be like Jaguars.
Uh-huh.
And they rap in the Kia commercials, and now they're not rapping. They changed their voices, but they're still doing like rap moves.
That's
It
hilarious.
is so bad.
It's probably doing wonders for their marketing,
It
honestly.
makes me angry.
The fact that you're
Doing wonders,
talking
yeah.
about it right now
I have to
means
change
it's
it to
working.
Addie, it makes me angry. You need to help them.
I'm proud of you guys, whoever made that ad.
No, you're not.
Still
Straight
looking,
to jail, punished.
still looking for somebody to pay for this show. So thank you, Kia. Welcome. Awesome.
That's
All right.
true. We could do a little better than
We
that,
can help
Kia.
you, Kia. That'd be great.
Yes, if you sponsor this show, Addie will help you get rid of the dancing things.
With a price point.
We won't
Yes.
scare the children anymore when you're.
It makes me angry, the dancing things.
All right, well, let's get happy with Smash, Marry, Ghost. Who's on the agenda today?
Yes, Addie.
Today we have 3 fun, interesting folks: Robert De Niro,
Okay.
Oh, Robbie.
Harrison Ford,
Ew.
and Michael Caine.
Oh.
Guys.
Alexis.
Sometimes the game isn't about, oh my
I
God, they're
know,
all
just-
so good that I can't decide who I'm possibly gonna. No. Sometimes life is hard sometimes.
Yep.
And these are your choices.
These are
so
our choices.
Make up
so
your
what
mind.
would you do in this moment if you wanted to live?
If you wanted to survive. Okay, so Robert De Niro was born and raised in Greenwich Village. De Niro plunged into acting through training
Addie, do you hate me today?
at HB Studio
Because I
and
eat beef
Actors
jerky?
Studio, rising to acclaim via intense roles in his famed collaborations with Scorsese.
Yeah.
Oh.
Over a 5-decade career, he's earned 2 Oscars for The Godfather Part
mobster.
2 and Raging Bull. Okay, so you're not happy about The Godfather Part 2 or what? What's the deal?
I mean,
No, I like De Niro.
yeah.
Oh, cool. So co-founded Tribeca Productions and the Tribeca Film Festival and remains a towering figure in film. He gained a staggering 60 pounds to play boxer Jake LaMotta in Raging Bull.
Wow.
So that's method acting at its extreme. That's
60
once again.
pounds.
I'm working on a role right now. That's why.
Yeah, definitely.
Addie, shut
Yes,
up.
we're working on a role here.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Addie's like 100 pounds, like wet out of the bathtub.
He learned Italian, got a New York cab license, and even lived in Sicily to portray young Vito Corleone
Oh.
in The Godfather. So that's fun. Harrison Ford, born in Chicago in 1942.
That's
Ford's,
when Columbus sailed the ocean blue, right?
if it
1942?
rhymes, then it's true. Ford stumbled into
Put it on the
acting
internet.
and carpentry before landing Han Solo in Star Wars,
So he's good with his hands.
which changed everything and launched him into superstardom. So And yeah, he's since delivered iconic turns as Indiana Jones,
That was his last good role.
Rick Deckard, logged significant activism in environmental causes, and remains a pilot who uses his wings for real mountain rescues.
So does John Travolta, bro, and he's got a whole airport in Orlando.
Oh, please. I can do
Copycat.
a laundry list with that guy, please.
Early in
Copycat.
his career, a studio told him that his name was too pretentious. Him, ever stubborn, mocked the suggestion and stuck with Harrison Ford. Good call, buddy.
Yeah, that works.
I'm gonna use my real name. How's that go?
He's a licensed pilot who has personally flown rescue missions in Wyoming, sometimes shuttling injured hikers to safety in his own helicopter.
Wow.
It's very polite. At 83, he refuses to retire.
83.
Wow. And he's married to Callista Flockhart. She
Really?
was Ally
Ally
McBeal.
McBeal.
Ally
Well, and
McBeal.
have you guys seen him recently in Apple TV's Shrinking?
No.
Yeah.
I love
I gotta
that
give it
show.
another shot. I didn't give it a full shot.
I
gave it
haven't
like a,
watched
I
it.
love that show. I
It's
think
good?
he did wonderful in that show.
Okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
and I think good for him that I didn't know he was 83. He could be.
He looks great.
He looks great.
He looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me your skincare.
So, right. Michael Caine. He was
Smart.
born in 1933 in London. Caine served in the army during the Korean War
Isn't that
before
when Jack the Ripper was a thing?
That's great.
before becoming a staple of stylish 1960s British cinema and beyond. That classic Cockney accent made him a star. Over 8 decades, he appeared in 130 plus films, won 2 Oscars, and was knighted in 2000, emerging as a rare British acting legend.
He's in like every Christopher Nolan film. It's like the only like luck charm he has.
As a kid named Micklewhite, he snagged his stage name by glancing at a nearby movie showing the Caine Mutiny, and it became Michael Caine. Almost comedic fate.
Huh.
Didn't realize he even had an older brother until he was almost 60 years old.
Wow.
Turns
that's
out
weird.
fame doesn't always come with perfect family paperwork.
So
That's
he's
for
like
sure.
Hannah Montana. He has an alter name for acting.
Yeah.
That's like,
In The Italian Job, he immortalized the line, "You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off."
I remember.
I love that. I do like that movie.
It was voted one of the funniest movie one-liners ever in 2003's fan poll.
Something sexy about Michael Caine.
So, okay.
you
So
just
just because they're a little old and these photos are a little bit modern, then maybe I should have pulled their like best of for all of them. But you know who they are. And you know you have some heart in there to marry one of these gentlemen
Absolutely.
and smash the other
Absolutely. You have some. Harrison Ford, very, very handsome.
one. So, who's
Mel,
going
what
first?
are you doing?
I'm marrying Robert De Niro.
We
course.
knew.
I'm smashing Harrison Ford because I can only tolerate him in small, very small doses.
Okay.
And
All
Michael
right.
Caine, I'm sorry. I don't need Hannah Montana in my life. You have to go.
Wow, that's real ignorant.
But he's been knighted, so I don't know. But too late now. I made my choice.
Okay, well, I'm going to marry Michael Caine because I think he is absolutely phenomenal. I think that would be a fun marriage to portray. I'm going to smash Harrison Ford because I still find him attractive.
Okay.
And I'm going to ghost Robbie De Niro.
Aw,
Yeah, he probably.
sad.
Yeah, he beat me up.
Wow. Wow. no, he didn't.
Well, he would.
That's not true.
Well, I'd ask him to.
I'm going to marry Harrison Ford.
Okay.
I'm going to smash Robert De Niro.
Okay.
He'd be working hard for the role.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He would be working hard.
He'd be working hard. He'd be
Get it,
doing all the
Addie.
jobs, getting it all done just for a role. Okay.
He's a Rodney.
Hard worker. I think Michael Caine seems really, really cool, but I'm ghosting.
You're ghosting him because that's more for me. Hi, Daddy.
I can't. Get out of here.
That is so fun. Well, Sonnies, you got to put in the comments who are you going to smash, who you're going to marry, who you're going to ghost. We love to see that in comments. It's my favorite part.
Thirsty Thursday.
That comes to a wrap on Thirsty Thursday. But Mel, what's going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. It is Fight Club Friday. It's really not.
Ooh, I like
I like
Fight Club.
that.
Because if it was, we wouldn't be talking about it.
True story. So we'll see you at.
Wait, no. Tomorrow morning we have a very special cameo guest.
We do
Don't
have.
say.
I'm not going to.
I forgot.
I will not. We have a very special cameo guest tomorrow morning. We'll see
Quiet
you
fingers.
at Sheeman Studio. Super excited about that too. We're gonna get to the bottom. We have book club revival tomorrow. We got a lot to talk about.
I hope I'm gonna be able to capture this on camera. You know, it's gonna
You
be.
got it. I believe in you.
It's gonna be unique, guys.
It'll be
Stay
wonderful.
tuned.
Something says we have a handler. Well, I love you guys. We'll see
Bye.
you later. Bye, Liz.